Hi, my name is Shifa Saltagi Safadi, and I'm the author of Kitty in Between, the National Book Award winning novel in verse, as well as the upcoming Sisters Alone, which is another novel in verse about two sisters stuck home alone in a blizzard. Today's tip for Poetry Month is for children or writers to try the poem that is similar to an anaphora but slightly different. So an anaphora is when each line of the poem begins in the same word or series of words, but in this one it's a slight twist on it, and it is sometimes called add a word poem. And in an add a word poem, you start off the line with a word and then you keep adding, or almost like a snowballing, and adding a word to each sentence. What this does is really increases emotion through repetition, and it's really easy and looks really cool on the page. An example is in one of my favorite novels in verse, Unsettled by Reem Faroukli. And if you go to page 19, you will see the main character's struggle shown because she's leaving her friend. And so it starts saying have you ever, have you ever said goodbye, have you ever said goodbye to, have you ever said goodbye to have you ever said goodbye to a best, have you ever said goodbye to a best friend? And how do you notice how each word being added on adds on another layer of meaning and emotion? And having that snowball effect really shows the emotion, really comes and makes this book stand out in terms of its voice, because you get to understand that this character is going through something tough, and it's really cool. So have your students try this out. Have them have one poem with one sentence and start off with one word, adding a word and snowballing it until it becomes a sentence, and see how that turns out. Thank you.